Is Azamara for you? We've analyzed its unique appeal. When we first sailed Azamara, we actually sailed on 2 back-to-back cruises that lasted over a month. And we've since sailed with them even longer. So with so many choices out there, including Viking, which we really love, why do we keep coming back to Azamara? That's what we're here to talk about today. In our last video, we gave some background on the Azamara company. Not all of it was positive, but there was also a lot more that made Azamara look very different and worth a try. Remember, we cited numbers that said about 45% of its guests are repeat passengers. That's remarkable. What causes such high repeat customer rates? That's what we're going to look at today. We're going to look at the things that keep bringing people back to Azamara and forced us to give them a try. Firstly, Azamara specializes in what they call destination immersion experiences. Lengthy cruises that dock in numerous ports in a specific region of the world, providing guests with an intensive introduction to the local culture. That really appealed to us. We like to stay places for a long time and get to know them. Take Scotland, for example. If we were going to do a Scotland cruise, we wanted to make sure it was long enough for us to really get a feel for Scotland. That would go several places that we wanted to go, not just the usual places, not just for a few hours at a time, and most of the time on the boat. We got and wanted a really intensive experience, and that's what Azamara gave us. Azamara has several overnight stays in many different locations throughout the world, something we don't see often enough. Not only do they do overnight stays, they stay longer in ports and they will focus on specific regions. They don't just pop around through entirely different countries in Europe without rhyme or reason. With their new itineraries, Azamara invites guests to spend even more time in port in order to enjoy specific local festivities in wonderful countries such as Spain, Portugal, Singapore, Vietnam, and beyond. For example, we're going to Argentina with Azamara at carnival time. Not only did they arrange the schedule where we're there for the biggest party in the world, but they're also coordinating tours, so we don't have to figure out how to do it on our own. In addition to location-specific things that they do, they also do something that only Azamara does, and it's the cultural exploration nights that they call Azamazing Evenings. Azamazing Evenings are private, locally inspired, unique events that deliver authentic travel moments, bringing us closer to the destination, its culture, and its people. They can be truly special and they're really well done. They really immerse you in the local culture and it lets you feel like you're a part of that community, which is what's so wonderful about travel. The ones that we have been a part of have been really outstanding. But note the size and location of the evenings do tend to vary. They seem to be more impressive on the longer itineraries. Also, just a note that it's not totally unique to Azamara. We did do something like this on a Talc River cruise, and it was incredible as well. We'd also include their famous White Night party in this section. At the White Party, we would join Azamara officers and crew for a special dinner and entertainment event hosted on the pool deck. And of course, everyone wore white, so don't forget to pack your white clothes. Also really unique to Azamara is the small ship kind of boutique experience. The cruises that we've been on had about 700 passengers and 400 crew, which is a really nice ratio of more than 2 to 1. It's an intimate experience with really nice service on a really nice size ship. That has led Azamara to having a reputation for really great service. We definitely experienced that during our time on the ship. It felt like a nice balance of the crew not hovering, but also available and relaxed, polite, and just fulfilling everything we needed. We also noticed the camaraderie amongst the crew. The people seemed like they were really having fun. They weren't overly hurried and stressed and rushed, and were having fun with each other as well as with us. We've heard many tales of them feeling like family, and this was supported by us meeting many crew members who have been with the company for upwards of 10 years or even more. The ship's decor is very classic with dark wood, but it doesn't feel old and tired. It actually feels upscale. We found the ship to be in really good condition and under constant care. But it doesn't feel stuffy. There are no required formal nights, which frankly we can't stand. There is the white party and everybody participates in that, but you don't have to. And there's a lot of people there that aren't in all white. So it's a very relaxed and comfortable atmosphere that we really enjoy. We thought we'd mention food because food is a priority for most people. And Azamara has really good food. They're not known for their food the way, for example, Oceania is, but they have really good food, and we actually think they should probably get more accolades in this area. Azamara Cruises' approach to dining is all about immersion and exploration. Even their main dining room is called Discoveries. Their menus are inspired by the regions they sail through. In addition to the main dining room that offers a variety of international dishes as well as classics like steak, seafood, Caesar salad, there are 2 specialty restaurants and they're very good. They do have an upcharge and it's not inexpensive, but we've always enjoyed it and really thought it was pretty good value. These restaurants focus on specific cuisine such as Italian in the Aquilina restaurant and the steakhouse called Prime C. There's also a high-end modern restaurant called the Chef's Table. Personally, we far more enjoyed Prime C above all. For us, the food in the specialty restaurants was really good, and we enjoyed it, but we really loved the main dining room, and we've always had great food there, and the service is spectacular. As a matter of fact, we want to shout out to the best service we've ever had recently on an Azamara ship. Let's talk about one of the top appeals of Azamara, and that is price and value. We found that Azamara provides wonderful value, even compared to one of our favorites, Viking. This is really evident when you start looking at what's included and what it costs. We have come across some deep price cuts and deals for these cruises, and many of these deals have come with significant onboard credits. We will give you a warning about the onboard credits though. Prices on board are expensive. From shore excursions to spa and in the shop, it's not inexpensive. So those onboard credits may not go as far as you think once you start spending them. Just another tip for you. We have found some great discounts on vacations to go, and we have gotten significant discounts through travel agents as well. We've paid a lot less for Azamara than we have for Viking, and we think we've gotten great value for what we've paid. If you want us to do a comparison of Azamara to Viking, let us know in the comments. We also want to discuss some things that we weren't that impressed with. These are just our opinions and experiences, but we thought we'd share them with you. Firstly, because the ship is smaller than most, it lacks the number and scale of facilities you might see on other ships. The gym was tight when there was a class going on, the number of entertainment venues are fewer, and while our cabin itself was a decent size, our cabin shower was the smallest we've ever encountered. That's not unusual for this class of ship. We also have to mention the very slow regular internet. There really isn't an excuse for this anymore. If you buy the very expensive Wi-Fi package, you can get much faster internet. It just kind of feels like a price gouge. But the premium Starlink internet was fast. These few things that we didn't love really weren't that big a deal to us, and it clearly did not impact our ability to enjoy the trip, and we still consider that we got a great value. These are things that we just see could be improved to make an even better experience. Okay, we're now addicted to Azamara. We have decided this is really a cruise line for us, and in our next video, we're going to take you along with us on our next cruise and show you how we live day to day on an Azamara ship.